Alright everyone, here we are with ticker symbol JAGX, Jaguar Health Inc. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all the first time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all the subscribers, welcome back. And I just want to quickly announce that I have a Twitter account now. You could find it down below in the description. I've posted the link. You can follow me there. And I want every single investor that is interested in having another ticker symbol added to their watch list to stay tuned till the end of this video, because I will talk about it. Now, I've talked about WBA, Walgreens Boots Alliance Inc. We talked about ALGM, and I have a new one. It's a little bit speculative, and it's something moving into a catalyst that it has this week moving forward. Now, it's not something I would definitely recommend long term, but it is something to look at. And even if you don't play it, at least you can learn from the behavior of the chart. Everything that I share with you guys is for you guys to learn more and more about stocks and how they behave and how different market caps behave and so forth. So stay tuned till the end of this video for that. There's a big catalyst going on with it moving into the week, and it's been consolidating really well. So check it out once I go ahead and go over it with you guys. But right now, enough about that. Let's talk about JAGX, Jaguar Health Inc. So broke through support, and it's bringing itself back up. It's still below the 50-day moving average, which is pretty important for us right now as investors to be aware of. We're in bearish territory, so even though this upward momentum is starting to form, the bulls can lose control and the bears can tear this down again. So very important to watch and pay close attention to. Now, such pullback was bound to happen due to the fact that we could see what a run it's had in just the last few days. Towards the end of last week, leading into this week, it's been falling, fell again, and now there's a slight pickup again. Now, something I want you guys to be aware of is that Jagx has had this type of run up already 3 times. And something I'm noticing is, yes, it pulls back every single time. Now, what we want to watch for moving forward, which so far it's looking like it might be going in that direction, is the fact that here we are with Jagx pulling back up, and it can start a consolidation period somewhere around this area. So we're going to talk about some important numbers in just a moment, but if it does that, then it's going to prepare for the next spike up, and it'll continue the bullish trajectory over time. But we need to watch it very carefully. I look forward to seeing your guys' thoughts down below, how you feel about it, how you feel about how it's been moving, and what you think moving forward, or what does Jagx need right now? What does Jaguar Health Inc. stock need right now to get moving to the newer resistance levels and newer highs? So we broke through this point here, 310. It was pretty important, but it's brought itself back up. So we still want to watch that carefully if it pulls back down. Now, our new support levels here, I'm going to talk about the lowest point before this slight recovery. I'm going to talk about this lowest point in just a moment. And then I want us to also see the highest point before the dip falling deeper into bearish territory. This last resistance level here as it fell. And now we're slightly pulling back up towards it. So there's some important numbers, like I said, all over this chart right now. So this point, very important. We want to watch it. If it breaks through that point, it's going to get closer to the support level, and then we have the lowest point reached in today's bearish run, and that's 296. I'd write that down. That's the lowest point in this bearish run. If 296 gets broken through, pretty important number to watch closely, and how quickly it moves down to newer lows, and we might see new support levels being broken through. So pretty important. Now, on the other spectrum of things, the highest point before the full collapse of this bearish run is up here at 379. I want every single investor to be aware of that. That's probably the most important resistance level to break through once this breaks through the 50-day moving average to pull itself up to newer highs. Now, the highest point reached in the bullish candlesticks is 448. You want to keep that number in mind moving forward. And then also you have the one here where it was bearish on its way down, and that's 450. So 448, 450, give or take, are the most important resistance levels with the volatility going upwards to break through newer highs and new resistance levels. But before getting there, we have a few numbers to go over down here, zoomed in on this chart. So the 50-day moving average is 365. As long as we're below it, we're in bearish territory. The moment we're above it, we're in bullish territory. So if that gets crossed, that means resistance has been broken through, and the next resistance level would be up here at 380, as I stated earlier. So let's see our support level here, which is pretty important moving into tomorrow's trading day. And this is the second lowest point in this bearish run, and that's 304. If that gets broken through, we need to watch this carefully. How is it reacting between 304 and 296? How quickly is it moving to newer lows? And are the bulls trying to reappear and bring this back up? Super, super important to watch, pay close attention to, and be mindful of. 304, if it gets broken through, we want to watch the behavior of the stock, how it's doing. And if 296 gets broken through, your next support level is down here at 286. And then we would have to go down here to this point at 254. But right now, before worrying about any of those numbers, 304 is a pretty important number and support level to watch. Be very mindful of how this stock is behaving if it breaks through 304. Now we currently sit at 354, and the first resistance level to break through, but does not guarantee that the bulls are going to break through the 50-day moving average and get back into bullish territory, is 362. This needs to be broken through and turn into a support so that the bulls can pull upwards, but it does not signify that the bulls have gained control. I want every single investor to be aware of this. 362 needs to be broken through, but it does not guarantee or signify that the bulls are guaranteed back into bullish territory and that they're going to break through the 50-day moving average and so forth. It's a really close stretch, so if they break through this and turn it into a support, they can be on their way up to newer highs, new resistance levels, but they have a lot more traction to go. Even though it's just a few cents, they can't just break through the 50-day moving average. They need to break through 380. But the first step to get towards these newer highs and get closer to the bullish territory and the 50-day moving average is crossing 362. So definitely want to watch the behavior there, and it could help with this momentum to continue and work its way up to newer highs and new resistance levels. But right now, based off the chart, what we want to really look for here, even though we're in bearish territory, is some sideways consolidation and not some crazy upward movement and then back down and then crazy upward and then back down. And then what we're seeing is the stock move to newer lows through all of that volatility, and then it loses all these gains. That's not what we want to see here with this stock. What we're looking for right now, ideally, is for this to consolidate nicely, hold itself up above this 0.295 and probably even down here 285 and stay within that channel, right? Excuse my terrible drawing, but just to kind of show you guys that channel, just like we saw some consolidation there. This one was a little bit longer than the previous one, right? And before it ran up. So every time before it was longer and longer, it's become shorter, which goes to show you also the volatility of this stock right now. So what we want to look for here is some consolidation, doesn't break through newer lows, holds itself up pretty nicely before the next spike up due to news or, speculation, hype, or just good results moving forward with Jagx stocks, innovation, product, and process. So very, very important to watch for these things. So for those of you that found this video helpful and informative, please do so and subscribe. Coming across this channel for the first time, don't forget to click on the bell. Even if you're a subscriber, double check if you've clicked on the bell so that you don't miss a single video that I post. Also, the new time subscribers, check it out. Click on the bell so you don't miss a single video. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and for those of you that have stayed to this point in the video, what is the ticker symbol that you're going to add to your watch list? That ticker symbol is LXRX. We've talked about previously WBA, ALGM. Those were stocks that you definitely want to keep on your watch list moving forward. Pay close attention to how they're going to do the next coming weeks, months, probably year, because there's some growth there in those sectors and they have catalysts that are going to overlap over time. But this one, LXRX, is a little bit more on the penny stock range, below $5, very speculative, and they have some great catalysts moving into the end of this week. It's been holding itself up nicely in a consolidation, and there's a lot of hype and speculation around it because there's an event coming up on Thursday. So do some research and due diligence on it tonight. Add it to your watch list. I'm not here to tell you guys to buy, sell, or hold. If you don't feel comfortable making any plays with that, you can paper trade it, or you can just watch it and learn from the behavior of how the chart is moving. Everything that I share here in my channel is for you guys to pick up and learn different things about different charts, because not a single chart is the same. Not a single stock is the same. They're all in different market caps. They all have different revenues. They all have different goals and aspirations when it comes to their innovation, and they all move differently. Some move more through news. Some move more through dividends. They move more through revenue. And I want you guys to get a feel of everything. So definitely add that to your watch list. Once again, that's LXRX. Thank you guys once again for watching to this point, and let's make some money.